What up, Salty Crew, and welcome back to another video. Today, I will not be sharing a recipe video, but I will be talking about something that I'm really passionate about, balancing your hormones through seed cycling. So I'm going to talk about what seed cycling is and how you can implement it into your life to balance out your hormones. If you guys have been following me for a couple years now, you know that I went through a period where my hormones were completely out of whack and imbalanced. I would go months without getting my period, so I sought out a naturopathic doctor and I changed my lifestyle and my diet to help balance out my hormones naturally and get to the bottom of what was the root cause of these hormonal imbalances. And I have a bunch of different videos on cycle syncing and what that is and how to do it, and I talk a little bit about seed cycling, and I also have a video which is called 5 Ways to Naturally Balance Your Hormones, so make sure you check that out too, because it has a lot of really good information from what type of blood test to get done and the lifestyle changes that you can make in order to start balancing your hormones. But today we're talking about seed cycling, and I will talk about that in 1 minute after I introduce our sponsor for today. So today's sponsor is Let's Get Checked, which is a at-home blood testing kit. It's really convenient and easy, and I will take you through all the steps on how to use the kit, how to send it in, and everything like that. This was my first time doing something like this, so I was a little nervous to prick my own finger, because who likes getting their finger pricked? No one. So here's how it works. You go on the Let's Get Checked website, and then you choose what type of blood test you want to get done. And they have a ton of different tests out there. They actually have a really great one for people who are plant-based or vegan that will help you figure out where your blood levels are at. They check your B12, your vitamin D, and all like the essential vitamins. That one is called the Essential Vitamin Test. So I highly recommend that if you are new to veganism or if you've been doing it for a while and you haven't gotten your blood test taken. I highly recommend getting that one, but they also have hormonal tests too that are really helpful. So I picked out a few, and I'll be sharing with you the results of my one test that I got done, the progesterone test, and I'll show you my results at the end. I actually haven't looked at it, so this will be brand new information. So if you wanna stay tuned to the end of the video, I'll share my results on what I got for that test. So after you pick out your test, they send it to you in the mail. They have next day delivery, so it's really quick, and it's sent to you in discreet packaging. And then you can start collecting your sample. So to start that process, you want to first activate your test online. That's important. And then you collect your own blood sample. Ideally, you want to do it in the morning before you eat breakfast. So you're going to prick your finger, and then you're going to collect the blood in a little vial that they provide to you. And a little pro tip for you. I noticed the first time I did this test, I had to prick my finger like 5 times in order to get the amount of blood that was needed for the vial. But if you take a hair tie like this one and put it around your forearm, like above your elbow, like this, you know how they collect your blood at the hospital or doctor's office? They always wrap something around your arm. That will help the blood kind of be trapped in that one area. So the second time I did another test, it ended up going by so much quicker. I only had to prick my finger twice to get the amount of blood needed for the vial. So just a little pro tip for you. So then you package up your vial, make sure that you follow the directions really carefully in order to make sure that the lab is able to accurately read your blood test results. So you repackage it back in the box, and then they provide you with a shipping package and label. So all you have to do is stop by the post office or UPS and send it out the same day. Once your sample arrives at the lab, your confidential results will be ready on your account that you create when you activate the test kit, and you will receive your results in 2 to 5 days. Once your results are available, they'll be reviewed by a physician, and you'll have the option to contact your physician or a nurse via phone to go over your results if something is confusing or alarming. And in some cases, the physician will be able to provide you a prescription and will send it to a pharmacy of your choosing if you want to fulfill it and take medication as a result of the lab test that you got done. Let's Get Checked labs are CLIA approved and CAP accredited, which are the highest ranking levels of accreditation. Let's Get Checked lets you avoid uncomfortable office visits by providing you with access to home testing and professional medical consultations without ever having to leave your home, except of course when you drop your test off at the post office. So if you want to purchase an at-home blood testing kit from Let's Get Checked, be sure to click the link in my description box and get 20% off by using code SALT20. And again, if you want to find out the results of my blood test, make sure that you stay till the end of the video. Okay, let's talk about seed cycling. So seed cycling is a health practice where you eat certain seeds depending on where you are in your cycle to help balance out your endocrine system and help promote healthy hormones. So here's how you do it. Day 1 to 14, your estrogen is really low. So we want to boost up your estrogen on those days. So in order to do that, you want to be eating 1 tablespoon of flaxseed and 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds every day. I don't think you have to have both of them every single day, but I recommend just kind of alternating between the two, but just making sure that you get at least 1 tablespoon of one of them. So flaxseed has always been really easy for me to incorporate into this phase of my cycle because I just throw it into my morning smoothie. You can't really taste it, especially when you have stuff like bananas and cherries in that smoothie. A good way to incorporate pumpkin seeds is I toss it on a salad or I just eat them plain, like a little handful of them, and you're good to go. In day 15 to 28 of your cycle, you want to start boosting your progesterone. So the 2 seeds that do that are sunflower seeds and sesame seeds. I like putting sunflower seeds in my smoothies or just eating them plain, and then sesame seeds are honestly so easy for me to eat. I will just eat them plain by the spoonful, but you know, obviously any Asian dishes, when I make my fresh spring rolls, I love putting them on there. Tahini, if you like tahini, you can make like a little tahini drizzle. There's a ton of different stuff that you can do with it. So you want to make sure on day 15 to 28, you're getting 1 tablespoon of both or one of these two. So that is seed cycling. It's pretty straightforward and simple. And if you have a longer cycle like I do, my cycle is not 28 days. Instead, it's usually like 35 or 36 days. So obviously your time period that you're eating these seeds will vary depending on your individual cycle length. Basically, you just want to make sure that you're eating flaxseed and pumpkin seeds on day 1 of your period to right before you start ovulating. And then from ovulation to the end of your luteal phase, right before you start your period, that's when you should be eating sunflower seeds and sesame seeds. If you want a more in-depth study and look at seed cycling, cycle syncing, how to naturally balance your hormones, I highly recommend the book Woman Code by Lisa Vitti. It's really, really good. It covers a whole bunch of different hormonal issues like PCOS, endometriosis, thyroid issues, stuff like that. So if you suffer from one of those things and you want to get help or naturally fix them, that's a really great book to have. I also recommend downloading the free app Flow Living, which will help you track which day of the cycle you're on. So when you are ready to seed cycle and you're eating throughout the day, you can just check your app and see which type of seed you want to eat depending on the day of the cycle you're in. Now it's time to check the results of my progesterone blood test to see if my levels are good. So we're gonna click on the results. You have received a normal progesterone test result. That means that your progesterone level was within the normal range on day 21 of your menstrual cycle. Amazing. And then you can see here, Dr. Dominic Rowley is my medical director, and if I need support, I can request a call with a member of the nursing team. That's really cool and exciting. Overall, I really enjoyed my experience with Let's Get Checked, and I love that this type of service is available and that you can receive your results really quickly online. It's very discreet. You don't have to go into a doctor's office. I just think it's a genius way to get blood test done. So don't forget, if you want to purchase your own Let's Get Checked blood testing kit, make sure you click the link down in the description box to get 20% off your order. And let me know any other video topics that you want me to cover in this arena, balancing your hormones, what types of food to eat and stuff like that, because I really like learning and talking about this. Obviously, I'm not an expert, but I have worked with a naturopathic doctor to get my hormones back in balance. So that has been really enlightening, and I've learned a lot throughout this entire process. So if you guys want to learn more, definitely let me know, and let me know what other topics you want me to cover. Don't forget to take care of yourself this week, eat good food, and I will see you in the next one.
Diet Coke ain't good for the soul. Give me that orange soda. Give me a grape like you see in the movies. Bubble to the top like a smoothie, you'll see. I'll do you like a 9 to 5. Wake up,